Hello, Algebra 1. Here is a quick review for your Chapter 4 quest tomorrow. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to solve for y. When we're solving for y, it allows us to put an equation into slope-intercept form. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to subtract 3x from both sides. The 3x's cancel, and we get negative 5y equals negative 3x plus 20. Next, we want the y by itself, so we will divide both sides by negative 5. Remember, divide every single term on both sides of the equal sign by negative 5. The negative 5's cancel, and we get y equals negative 3 over negative 5. If we have a negative over a negative, it will become positive. So that becomes 3/5 x, and then 20 divided by negative 5 is negative 4. So once we get it in slope-intercept form, we know the slope. The slope is the coefficient of x. So what's in front of the x? We've got 3/5. M equals 3/5. So that would be a rise of 3, a run of 5. We also have the constant here on the end. It is the y-intercept. So we can say b equals negative 4, or we could say 0, negative 4. Both of these are great ways to tell me where the y-intercept is. Next, number 2. What is the slope in between these 2 points? When we're given 2 points, we need to use the slope formula. M equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So here's x number 1, here's y number 1. Here's x number 2, and y number 2. Let's plug this into the slope formula. Negative 10 minus negative 3 over positive 5 minus 2. So we end up with negative 10 minus a negative becomes plus a positive. So negative 10 plus 3 is negative 7. 5 minus 2 is 3. So our simplified slope is negative 7 over 3. Next, we're given a graph and we want to write the equation of this line. The first thing we need to find is, do we know the y-intercept? We do. The y-intercept is at 0, 5. If the y-intercept is at 0, 5, that means that b is equal to 5. Next, let's count the slope. We can count the slope using the definition of slope, which is rise over run. So, to get from the bottom point to the top point, we have to rise 5. A rise of 5 and a run of 3. Both of those are positive. Up 5 to the right 3. Notice that the line is going up and to the right. This line has a positive slope, a slope of up 5 over 3, 5/3. So if we know the slope and we know the y-intercept, we can easily write the equation of the line. Y equals 5/3 x plus 5. This is the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Next graph. The next graph is a special line. We can see here that this is a vertical line. And we talked at length in class today about how a vertical line has no run. It only rises. That means its slope is undefined. The slope of a vertical line is undefined. The equation of a vertical line is also special. It's special in that every single point on this line has an x coordinate at 4, but the y coordinates are infinitely many. Therefore, the equation of this line is simply x equals 4. It's very special. X equals 4 represents a vertical line. A vertical line has a slope that is undefined. Number 5. Find the x and y intercepts given 3x minus 4y equals 24. Use the cover-up method here. The cover-up method is a quick, easy way to help you find the intercepts. Remember, to find the x-intercept, we want y to be 0. So if we let y equals 0, it essentially takes out the entire y term. So if we have 3x equals 24, 3 times what equals 24? The what is 8. The x-intercept is at 8. If we want to find the y-intercept, we need to let x be 0. And when we let x be 0, it takes away that whole term, leaving negative 4y equals 24. Negative 4 times what number equals 24? That what number is negative 6. And those are the intercepts. Next, let's graph the line. This equation is already in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. So that means our slope is negative 1/3. Our y-intercept is negative 5. Our slope is negative 1/3. Our y-intercept is at negative 5. So let's start by graphing this point over 0, down 5, and then use the slope to graph subsequent points. So since it says negative 1/3, we're going to be going down 1, forward 3, down 1, forward 3, down 1, forward 3. Please remember that when you're graphing lines, I expect you to use a straight edge, and I also expect you to put arrows on the end of your lines because these are continuous functions that have domains of all real numbers. Last question. Write the equation of the line given the slope equals 2/3 and it passes through the point negative 6, 15. So think about the information that we know here. We know that m equals 2/3 and we know that x is negative 6 and y is 15. So if we want to write the equation of the line, we're going to do that in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So let's plug in, using the substitution property, these three values. Y is 15, m is 2/3, x is negative 6, plus b. We know everything but b. Next, we're going to follow order of operations and simplify first. 2/3 of negative 6. Remember the shortcut we learned? Negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. So 2/3 of negative 6 is negative 4. So 15 equals negative 4 plus b. To solve for b, we need to add 4 to both sides. So 15 plus 4 is 19. The 4's cancel. We get b. Our y-intercept is 19. If we know our slope and we know our y-intercept, we can easily write the equation of the line. The answer here would be y equals 2/3 x plus 19. And that is a 10-minute review for your Chapter 4 quest.